again. I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it.
Encore une autre fidèle qui l'Amérique n'a pas bloqué nous. Quand il y a Sylvie, il y a un point qui j'ai vous fait presse. L'Amérique n'a pas bloqué. T'as mon bien de moi avec moi nous en ce moment. Moi bâti au moins néo. Mon temps dit est à mon moyen. Ça va bien faire moi dit toi. Toi. Là l'occasion yo. Quand vous soyez du loin. Allez. Envoyez. Bâti au loin. Yao, abela lokeyo, mi vito jobai, mi vito inoba, Martis mo peyo. Manager Gigi, ouais peut jamais forcer ou si tu connais tu connais. L'animateur Choco Noska Yasin de Toyebi, l'homme a tout fait pour mi vito, Aniche les deux.
Henry, I can tell you the problem of this country with respect to prices, with respect to health, with respect to education, and largely tied to roads. There are no roads. You don't see opportunities where they should be when you don't have roads. From up to 173 years, we only have one road. How do you know what is happening in Bapolu when you don't have roads? You don't go there. The prices of goods, commodities on the market are high because to get them to where they are needed. So there's no way you can, when I talk about road, I'm not talking about putting road on the sidewalk in Monrovia, $50,000 road and make it $3 million. We're talking about roads that will open up the country. We're talking about roads that will open up opportunities, roads that will get businesses going, and dependency reduced because people believe their goods and commodities can get to the market. That's what we're talking about.
Memo The American Paro. C'est aussi si vraiment encore une autre fidèle qui l'Amérique a pas loupé nous quand il va Sylvie il a quoi que j'ai loupé presse l'Amérique a pas loupé t'as bien de moi bien au nous de en ce moment on va battre au moins néo mon temps dit t'as mon on s'en bat bien pour moi dit quoi là le caillou quand on soit du là allez envoyez battre au là Yao, abela lokeyo, mivito jobai, mivito noba, artiste mo peyo. Manager Gigi, ouais que jamais forcé ou si tu connais tu connais. Animateur Choco Nosca Yassin de Toyebi, l'homme a tout fait pour mivito. Aniche les deux.
Henry, I can tell you the problem that this country with respect to prices, with respect to health, with respect to education, are largely tied to roads. There are no roads. You don't see opportunities where they should be when you don't have roads. From up to 173 years, we only have one road. How do you know what is happening in Bapolu when you don't have roads? You don't go there. The prices of goods, commodities on the market are high because to get them to where they are needed. So there's no way you can, when I talk about road, I'm not talking about putting road on the sidewalk in Monrovia, $50,000 road and make it $3 million. We're talking about roads that will open up the country. We're talking about roads that will open up opportunities, roads that will get businesses going, and dependency reduced because people believe their goods and commodities can get to the market. That's what we're talking about.
Le père, votre vignon. Cadeau! Kwaimoa! Ablenyoa! En soit tout le peu Ablenyoa! Moi, na Kai Kai. Fond de Siate de Sébi. Zouzou!
Abre a soda de ni que huela de ñoeo. Abre a jelu feliz huela de ñoeo. Abre a ni de que huela de odio, o prefe. Abre a que huela de huela de odio. Oh, say yo huela de odio, se viva. I don't see you, so I see I think I will go. Oh, shut up, where I take me. I think you're better where I take you. I think you're better where I take you. I am not to come here where I take you. I think you're better where I take you. You got no idea where I take you. Oh, Daniel. Yes, I see the wild. And the wild, where are the wild? I mean, I'm not saying this where are the wild. Not another cry, you says it away out. Away out. Yes, I see the wild. I will come at the end where I didn't know. I will someone say, where I tell you. For the settle where I tell you. I will a bell where I tell you. Guys, you know where I tell you. I will see you so let's see I tell you. Yes, I see I tell you. Y'a des panovas depuis Paris. Ah, Zouklement, allez, y'a pas fait. Attends. Maman, vous proposez. Vous devez voir. Plaisir, plaisir. Ah, c'est que la marraine, vieille Karine. Plaisir, plaisir. Plaisir, plaisir. Plaisir, plaisir. Ah, c'est ça. Le parrain, elle se paye beau. Ah, c'est ça. Ah, c'est ça. Vas-y, paye beau, Déborah. Donc, il est à Mounia Péloua. Ah, c'est ça. Si. Ah, c'est ça. Les dames choco, les niabons. Les filles à Paris. Ah, c'est ça. Ah, c'est ça. Allez, y'a coquet. On se marie trop. Appelez. Maman qui dit Delphine. Ok, Elisabeth Balouké. Moi, allez, y'a quoi? Après que nous. Ah, si. Les Amazones du Guémon. Je ne lève bien là-haut, la Brésil. Maman a dit d'Oasia. La maman des artistes. Le moment des artistes à Paris, à ma way internationale, je les posons, à des plaisirs. C'est pas passé le verra de Indio. C'est tout. À nous si le soleil, si elle est mal. Que soleil, si elle est mal.
Good evening, folks. Samson to LIBERIA Radio. I want to thank all of you again for tuning in. We say thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening. We want to thank you for the Republic of Liberia. We want to thank you for the leadership of the Republic of Liberia. And we put all of those leaders in your hand, my God. Because only through you that everything is possible. Those of us that believe in you, we know you can do it, and we know you will do it for us. Because you can never give anybody anything that you are not willing to help him to carry. And because of that understanding, we come to you again tonight to praise you, to thank you for everything that you have done and continue to do for all of us. My Lord, Liberia is in your hand. Ambassador Bakai, the incoming leaderships, they're all in your hands. We pray, my God, guide us, guide us. We've been around for so long. Give us the opportunity to move forward. Guide that country. Thank you for opening our eyes. Thank you for showing us the road. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My Lord, we ask that you continue to bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, folks. Samson to LIBERIA Radio. To say, what can you come on our show and show yourself? I know you are a giant, but a peaceful giant. I know that. But you keep throwing these jabs here and there. Come on up and express yourself. You are highly educated, so I'm not too sure if you are. Why would you be afraid? Who, as big as you are, who are you able to be afraid of? Tubachi, who are you scared of? You're scared of nobody. You're too big to be scared. And not only that, you're highly educated. You know plenty of books to be scared. Come on the platform and express yourself. Don't be sitting behind there, typing behind the typewriter, blah, 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 typing. Come up here. My goodness, Tabasi, come on. You know plenty of books to be doing your kind of thing, man. Come here and express yourself. I know you got important things you want to talk about. Come on and express yourself. Samson told LIBERIA Radio. This is what we do. I want to thank all of you again tonight. Thank you for joining me, LIBERIA Radio. Folks, analysts, the whatchamacallit is up there already. If you care to join me, please do so. Okay. Ambassador Bakai, President-elect of the Republic of Liberia, is here in the United States. And quite recently, he had a wonderful, wonderful visit over there with our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, New England branch for Unity Party of Ambassador Bakai. Okay, say thank you. Tobasi, you need to join us. You need to, you see, you can't do this. You can't do this. You know plenty of book. You know plenty of book. And you not only you know plenty, you're big. You're almost 7 feet. You're too big. And no, you're not scared of anybody. So come on our show and you know how to express yourself. Don't sit behind the computer and keep typing or behind the stuff and just type long stuff. Those are things you can express yourself on. You got no tongue tie. I know you. I know you. You've been on our radio before. So please come on air and express yourself freely. But anyway, so quite recently, Ambassador Bakai had gone out over there in Providence, Rhode Island, and we have the detractors. Okay. and our other folks, they keep saying all kinds of things. But we saw what happened on Saturday. He has a wonderful show, and he was able to express himself. And as I predicted on Mr. So show, that I believe Ambassador Baca was going to make a comment, and most of his comment was going to be geared towards inclusiveness. And that's exactly what happened. He made these comments, and basically, he's asking Liberians to join him, work to build this country. So I will read a little bit of it. I'm not going to read all of it. The headline, join me, let's build our country. Simple. I ask all Liberians, and I'm reading out from the text. This is from Daily Observer, okay? I ask all Liberians at home and in diaspora to join me as I lead in the faction of a servant leader to help build our country together to promote a functional and equitable society for generations to come. For generations to come. He's not only talking about us. He's here now, but he's thinking way ahead. He's thinking way ahead. Okay. Bakato, I'm interested in calling, blah, 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 blah. Okay. It would not be an easy role, but God above all, we will work together to change and transfer our country. Ambassador Baca speaking, folks. He's not thinking about himself and thinking only about Unity Party. Now, let me make, you know me, I don't hide anything. Let me make it clear. People, the folks seem to be around Ambassador Baca. They will mess this beautiful thing up because they seem to be very selfish. And there seem to be some greedy people around there. And I'm going to be watching them. Okay? So our father is setting this thing up for all Liberians to contribute. For all Liberians. Those who are qualified, but there seem to be some people that are around here that are not even willing to bring Ambassador Baca speak one thing, then they're doing another thing. This beautiful program they have. Do you see them having any kinds of a media institution to carry it? No, they got people carrying their cell phone around. Beautiful program. This is what they do. This is how they start. This is the same mess they got President we are in today, and he's all twisting it all over this place. This is how they start. But we will watch them. Every little mistake they make, we will point it out to them. I don't want anything from them. I don't know somebody that wants something from here. Man, I beg you, man. Ambassador Baca is saying the country people have been suffering so long. And he's saying, I'm tired of the suffering business. Now we're going to help to bring, you think you're the only people that are smart, that got idea, and want to sit down behind the ambassador and just come, we'll be on your photo for. You're always Liberian, you're always like that. As soon as they get a small little thing, you're ready to show something, some sort of ethical behavior. What kind of business is this? Ambassador Baca is coming to make a speech of the president-elect. He's going to make a major speech. If you can't have people in row, you're carrying your cell phone around. That your cell phone business, Ambassador Baca, you didn't even invite reputable media institution to be able to carry it live. You didn't do that. You're carrying your cell phone around. We're watching you. And this time, I'm not going to miss, because nothing you can do to me. You want fire with fire. Nothing you can do to me. Nothing. Any one of you make any mistake, I will call your name on this platform. I will call your name and tell them your mistake. We're not going to fool around. You know, this is what we did. Oh, President, we are, the people, I knew very well that people were fooling President we are, but I didn't want to call name. I didn't want to, get let the people that their people business. No, they want you that not their business, that our business. Ambassador Baka is leading and telling us, come on board and let's work. And your selfish people already start already. You already started. And we'll deal with you one by one. We know you. We know you. Look at the kind of beautiful thing our Father is saying. I am pleased to announce that the Liberian diaspora, listen to this, listen to this, listen to this. I am pleased to announce that the Liberian diaspora will be nurtured and cultivated as a serious partner in implementing our development agenda, the president-elect said. Similarly, I am in this public manner proposing a yearly conference. That your greeters said. That your greeters said. They conference, they may put it, some of us been around. We know about conference business. They conference, they're putting it together. And you make it to south, northeast, or whatever you come from, we will deal with you. And this one here will not cause you, will bring you to ridicule. Public ridicule. You want to sue, you will sue me. Public ridicule. They may propose it. And you bring young people. You're all like myself. Instead of all to sit by and let the young people come and think about their future, you're all like me. You want to be ahead of it. We will bring you down. The young people, the conference, the old man is proposing. It's about the young people. It has nothing to do with us. We're too old to come. You want to be president. You can't even lead. You want to be this and that. The conference, we're watching you. I'm here today. I'm here to warn you. To warn you. Those of us who are as old as I am. If you don't step aside and let these smart young people come and talk about their future, you all like this, then you want to talk about the young people's future, you get out of the way. I'm watching you. I'm watching. What kind of business is this? Yeah, man. Let me drink small water, sir, before I pass out. They're making me vex, man. They're making me vex. You know, those of us that are from the countryside, this is what we're known for. There are some old people in a village or in a community trying to go brush, community brushing. The old men there that have done their part, they can't brush anymore. So what do? They put together and have some old person that will be sinking in these young people's need, calling their father, calling their mother, and these young people giving them strength, praising them for them to do the work. And these young people continue to work hard because they are young. You old man, just like myself, they said a calling conference, then you want to organize it. We're organizing basically. Since 19, you've been organizing. You're now organized, you lie to the grave. You're now organized community organization to the grave. You're now organized everything to the grave. And the president-elect is saying, the conference that he's proposing, you better let the young people alone. Let the young people, we should be behind them, to give them some ideas. When they get stuck somewhere, okay, this is how we move it. You're going to get these young people the chance, let them run this thing. You stay out of it. You stay behind the young people to encourage them to move the process. Because they're still young, they have the energy. You can't even get out of bed in the morning without you crying with your knee hurting. Tell them myself. Then you say you want to be organized on my foot. And I'm playing with you tonight. And I'm playing here tonight. So I am pleased to announce that the Liberian diaspora will be nurtured and cultivated as a serious partner in implementing our development agenda. The president-elect said, similarly, I am in this public manner proposing a yearly conference on diaspora engagement to help facilitate Liberia's contribution to the community in the development of the homeland. Yeah. So we're talking about future development. You're just as old as I am. what part you going to play now? You sit down, but here's the other ugly part about us, those of us that are old. We let it talk choo between young people and create confusion. We are watching you. I'm watching you. I know all of you. You don't know. I've been with Eula business since 83, 82, 82. I know Eula. I know you. Then besides that, they have all Liberian conference. I know that. I know the people. Then besides that, they have the national conference. I know that. I know the people. Then besides that, you have Unibor, you have Grand Jury Association, you have LOFA, you have Sino, all of these community organizations. We know them. We know the leadership. If you know what I know, you better look around your community and bring young people to organize themselves so that these young people will future themselves for the future for themselves. You're too old to lead this thing. You're too old to lead this thing. You can't do anything anymore. You just myself. You get out in the morning, first thing your knee hurting. You able to be going up and down, organizing. You know the organization, the organizing business is a small thing. You sit on that table, you want to be leading where? My foot. Okay? The importance of the Liberian diaspora is in our political, economic, and social development cannot be underemphasized. I agree. There's no question asked. I agree. Okay? I'm just reading what the Baka noted that now is the opportunity to change the course of the country. As I have promised, as I have always said, our country holds so much promises, and it is up to us as a generation to change size it and transform our country for all to have fair chances of a better livelihood. Okay? I will repeat, he said, as I have always maintained that Liberia is not a poor country, but the problem of this country is the lack of sound and honest leadership. Yes. You know what he has done here? He has taken the leadership board and turned it over to the young people. Ambassador Baka is saying, I will rescue, get this board to a specific position where you as a young people will be able to understand and help move the country to the direction that will fit you, the young people, and fit all of your partners and fit all of your colleagues so that you will be able to continue the process and continue to help the country to develop. That bad thing, and you sit down here, you're old and myself, you want to lead something. Where you leading? They come in wear hard load like something around. You know how well in business Ambassador Walker talking about? Big here, man. It is no secret that the Liberian diaspora is a very intricate part of the survival of Liberian state. The 2022 International Organization of Migration estimated that over 500,000 Liberians living in abroad, estimated to be 100,000 living in the United States. With those living abroad, equally about 10% of the Liberian population, direct and indirect engagement with the country will have a contributing impact on the development of the country. Let me read Ambassador Baka again. We are aware of how much financial remittance from you to your family and friends in Liberia has created social safety net. And this is why I've been saying it here before. These are things President Weah and his people fails to recognize and continue, and they were treating Liberian diaspora as though they were nothing. You see, from the onset, Ambassador Baka recognized our contribution to the society. And nobody who want job. Yeah, you would employ some Liberian diaspora to help because they have the experience. But many of us, nothing. Don't even count me in that. What do I got to contribute? The only thing I got is to take care of my family. All I say to Ambassador Baka, give us an even playing field where any Liberian that want to do business, that they will have you know me, I know you business. If I apply for my business, whatever, if I cannot keep up my taxes, take me out, because then I'm not wealthy to be part of the society developmental agenda. But if I apply and have my tax money, and because somebody want kickback, just like honored President we are, those are things that make us feel we're not important. You carry your stuff. And this is what happened to President we are. Let me read on. Like I said, your remittance have not only provided a means for people back home to feed themselves. Hey, yeah, President Bagay, you hit my heart. Buka baga, buku baga. Hey, yeah, I salute you, man. Thank you for recognizing that. The money we send back, we feed people. And listen to what President, that's why I say, I've been saying it here on the same platform. Experience matter. Yeah, the man too old. Yes, he too old. But that age comes with a bunch of experience that will help people to move forward. Yeah, we on it. I was telling you, you're joking. Listen to this. Let me read that again. Like I said, your remittance have not only provided a means for people back home to feed themselves and provide housing. Listen to what we do. Provide housing, healthcare, and education. But they have also contributed substantially to the economy in many ways. He said many ways. He's talking about us. Oh, let me dance small, man. I like no music about dancing. Oh yeah. I want to sing my song, but some woman here say I will not sing the song again, so I will not sing it. What kind of business is this? What kind of business? You know what Ambassador Baga is laying out right now? Liberia in the diaspora will and must be the major investment process in the country under his leadership. So in order for him to achieve that, first of all, he recognized what we have done. And second, he's going to now come to us to say, trust me, this is what I'm going to do for you. And some of us will be willing to put our money to where our mouth is. Man, you don't know anything. Okay? Your expertise. Oh, excuse me. Did I hear Sensei Goya say expertise? Your expertise. Excuse me. Did I hear Alexander Yala say expertise? Excuse me. Did I? These are the young people, highly educated. They are ready to contribute because they prepared themselves already. Oh yeah, I like our power. Let me read it. Your expertise and networks in the diaspora have also contributed in a meaningful way to the development of private venture in the larger economy. If you read through, tears will sit in your eyes. So I'm not going to go through that. The thing is, Ambassador Baka, I've always say this here to myself, if you know where you're coming from, you will know where you want to go. Okay, I'm in this position here, but I want to go to this position. Okay, I walk a little bit. I said, this time now, Samson, you were down there. You don't want to go by there again. So these are the things you need to avoid. That's experience. We have another young man who's watching now, Terry Collins, educated as well. Those are people that will be willing to contribute. You look at Sese Goya with big money that he able to steal people money. You're looking at Sese Goya, the man who can be acting with the liberal as though nothing, no tomorrow. You think he able to take people money? He will not do it. He will not do it. Because he knows exactly the benefit for our people. So when you put people like Sese Goya in a leadership position, say, come and help. If he helping, what you will do with your money? You got money to pay? Man, I beg you, man. So let me go on. So Ambassador Bakai, the fact that he have said these things, recognize our contribution. The contribution to our country, my people. Not only are we sending money here and there, but our money is sending people to the hospital. Our money is feeding the people. Our money is paying the people rent. Our money is sending people children to school. Oh, do I have to live in Monroe or Liberia to do these things? No. You know what it says? I gave you an example, and I keep using this here. Few months or so ago, soon the money on my side, around 6 something, I was going to work. So I was supposed to send money home. I opened I call it same way, nothing. I said, okay, I'll send a little. I went on Facebook. Dr. Toto, blue picture, his picture. What happened? He forgot that he PhD. Oh. He forgot totally that he PhD. He spoke the real Pella English. What happened? No more Samway. He even said Samway. He said, what happened? No more Samway. He was ancient. You think Dr. Toto was ice ski and speaking no Pella English because he wants to send money, he wants people to send him money? No. Because he wanted to send money to people immediately. And he was not alone. Daily contribution to the society of the Republic of Nigeria. And I say, our daily contribution is huge. It's huge. And we sit down here, people come here, not only condemn us, but when you go to Liberia, you want to suggest something, that's how we do it here. They broke like church, right? They're stealing like something else. And so Ambassador Baka is not telling the young people. He's going to set up a conference. So these young people, they themselves need to put themselves together, take themselves and make these conferences to happen. You know, I'm a liberal progressive. So I would go back a little bit. The days of Barker's Mafia, Wesley Johnson, even Charles Taylor, Marcus Down, when those folks were here in the United States, when they were going around forming, and even Madame Sally herself, when they were forming themselves to talk for the Liberian people from the diaspora, they did not wiggle. They did not wiggle. They have a tough time because the government of Liberia at the time not only resisted them, but they called their names. Okay? They called their names. I love Bringable show up. This show going to be very interesting. That who sent you? That Mr. So sent you to me? Okay, say bye. Don't hold on, I'll bring you in. Bringable. So, Bringable on a very serious note, I'll bring you in a very short. Let me just wrap up my monologue and I'll bring you in. So, the Barker's Mafia, when they decided to challenge the government was pushing back heavily. This time around, the government of the Republic of Liberia, the incoming government of the Republic of Liberia, is now welcoming, have recognized the importance of the Liberian diaspora and welcoming the Liberian diaspora conference that the government themselves going to set up. This is very interesting. This is very interesting. I want to predict that President, soon to be President Bakai, is seriously thinking to see how much Liberians, with their huge sums of money in this country, how much they can put together to help build our country. I think he wants to utilize the Liberian diaspora, not just World Bank and African Development Bank and stuff like that, but the Liberian community, the Liberian diaspora community, how much they can put together to help. Because if we do that, if we use our own money, we can cling to it. And President Waka is saying, if you get involved, you have the power to clean. And anything you clean, you feel proud about it, and you will take care of it. And Pastor Waka is a very smart person. He's saying to the Liberian diaspora, join me. Because if we join him to build, we will take care of it. The young people, when they join him to build, they will take care of it because they are part of the solution. But if Ambassador Baker starts exercising them, they feel nothing towards it. Breakable, let me bring you in. Thank you for joining us. Folks, this is Breakable. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the show, man. You know, today, I really enjoyed the show, the way you started the show.
Oh.
I enjoyed the show because you started, because, you know, no, you try to be sincere now, because at least God try to test your heart to be real.
Oh. But before God, not all the prayer I've been doing, God was not touching my heart to be real. Let me bring it.
Because God now tell your heart, because you're like seeing the truth, but because you see Joseph Barra to be a church, so you didn't care what we're saying to be like something that you need to be talked about.
Okay, look, let me bring in Sese. Sese, Breakable is here. Sese, your light.
He don't brought me.
Oh, hold on 1 minute. Sese, your light.
Let me.
Can you hear me?
Hold on.
Okay. Mr. George, let me bring you in as well. Okay. So, Breakable, go ahead. George, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Breakable, go ahead.
Look, what we are saying is not because Braga is not qualified or Braga is not somebody to be president for the country. But the reality of fact is,
thank you.
From day one, even the same American Braga came in all the time when they were in CPP. They asked him, they said, Honorable Braga, can you make CPP to come back together the way they had issue together? He said, yes. When I go back Liberia, I'll make sure they will be settled. And this is the same like America here. With all those things, like people saying, oh, man, meeting those people. Braga by himself doesn't have good decision making. Right. And now, people use the statement of President Biya, those are around President Biya, they're not helping him. They're destroying him.
They show tonight because we're going south.
Now what I'm saying is this stuff, because these are the trash that we need to bring on live. Breakable, you have not said anything logical. You've been
really wait for me now.
Hold on.
Wait for me. No. Wait for me. I just
one last.
Listen to me, my man. Don't bring a confusion in this. Don't start it so soon.
The first problem was
wait for me. Let me go to the point I see. The reason we say people close to Star President, you have people around you that are not helping him. Okay. Look at what they did. They have a program that they use cell phone to record the program. Then you hear to defend what? They use cell phone to have a program. The same thing is President Wia, people use the President Wia is not happy people around him, good people around him. They have a show where they have people recording as using cell phone. Instead of bringing media, they refuse to bring media because they advise the people that have the show.
A medical claim, the reason I'm saying the link, you're going to talk about the man triple bypass surgery. Let me hear your medical claim. Give me your credential. Let's discuss.
The man asked me a question, and I try to speak the question.
the link for? Talk about it now. You better tap me on here about the medical benefit. Now you on live now. Talk about
it. Wait for me. I'm gonna reach that point. Let me answer the main question.
Medical educated discussion about triple bypass surgery. Let's discuss it today.
That's why I'm going to come to the point. Listen, the man asked me a question. I try to answer the main question.
Wait for me. A link to join us. So let me sit back and let them.
The reason I'm saying the link, because I want you to forget about all the time. The reason I'm saying the link, he said that
sister, I feel your pain. I feel your pain because you are not real to yourself. Listen, look at our person elect.
All the time you were on here, and I don't want to say the link.
I hear the different what I said.
Yes. I don't want to say the link.
Yes.
What was the conversation I said that led to me sending you the link?
My man, you sent me a conversation to join the show to contribute.
No. It's still there. The book can read it. You started posting about medical issue.
And now I hear to defend it. Look, Waka keep on the hospital because they brought the man from the hospital. Look at the man hand. The man hand is the right hand is not functioning. They brought the man from the hospital because they were not sure he'd be out of the hospital. So they now refuse to call the media.
Breakable. Yeah, what would I do here? Hold on. This is not Jide Hatter, one of the other person can go and yell, trash and run away. On this show, we hold people accountable, we fact check them, and we check your credentials. You started posting about the man having a triple bypass. So I asked you in the chat. I said, do you want to come on to prove that, to discuss that issue that has been debunked? He said, yeah. I was saying the link. So now when you come, I would have hoped that would have been your priority number one.
And I hope they give me a chance to learn. But
that's the number one thing that you keep for.
And look, when I came on the show, Mr. To asked me a question, and I tried to address the question.
Okay,
so and you brought it. They brought about triple bypass
issue. I gave you my time. Talk about the medical issue. Like, and
Mr. President-elect was at the hospital. The reason the people refused to call the media because the man was at the hospital, and they're not sure of him coming from the hospital because they have a Mr. President-elect supposed to have a surgery. But because
please, let him go. Let him finish. Let him go ahead.
You'll not do that. You'll not do that. Don't. You can't do that, sir. Don't even do that because that thing you're doing. You're not in it. Look, the president have a surgery that is not going on because we went after him that he keep for surgery. So they try to minimize that surgery and try to do the simple surgery that you're making to people at least after his done operation, then you come back. The man at the hospital, they want to refuse.
Simple surgery.
Mr. Joy, your way now. Let a man finish. Go ahead.
Listen, but wait. And they say will not do this. They say no. All I want to say is true. The reason they refuse to call the media, I commented. I said they refuse to call the media because they were not sure the president elect to come outside the hospital because he is not well and you're undergoing treatment.
Breakable.
Yes.
Hold on. I will give you 5 minutes straight. Sese and Mr. George, please, no interruption. Go ahead, explain yourself.
Look,
5 minutes.
President-elect came in the country for medical reason. He came in the country for medical reason. The medical reason was to go on the triple bypass. But because we started to question is now going back LIBERIA after he do that surgery, that's why they try to do the same thing they did to him during the election, to give him some medication or give him some treatment to keep him on until the inauguration. And that was saying, even the thing that made him come outside yesterday was because we been going after him that he's to the hospital. That's why they refuse to call the media. And they are there doing, they try to use the same thing like Costa said, that this Omer is not well. If we win the election, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And there's a same game they play. And about saying the reason they call the media because you are using that same trick. The Omer is sick. Look at Omer's hand. The Omer have the other hand, Omer like paralyzed. And they know fully well this Omer is not well. Look at how the Omer climbing a step. They climbing a step to the podium. You'll see how man treatment. They have to guide him. Look, you gotta be serious. The Omer is not well. The reason I'm doing this thing is because we are talking, we are saying the truth, and we see that what is happening. Look,
All right.
Since you know, even in the sickness, I got people that are closer to our man that give us more information. The old man is not well. They wanted to do treatment on him,
Okay,
and because of this thing I was saying,
nothing behind it. So thank you. Just say tight now. Say tight. All right, folks. This is Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. Sometime we have wonderful show, and I think tonight is going to be one of those. And I want you to, those of you that are listening and watching, I want you to please pay attention to these kinds of conversation. Not that we have nothing to do, but we're here to express ourselves. And Breakable has the freedom to express himself. Breakable can come out and make any accusation of whatever statement he made. That's his way of bringing whatever news. You out there, you can say whatever you want to say, and we're here going to say what we know. So he has a right to express himself. So we're not going to do anything. We're keeping here until the end of the show. Mr. So, good evening to you as well. So let me go to since it's off. So let me go to Mr. Josh. Mr. Josh.
Yeah.
You care to respond to Breakable point or whatever medical explanation or whatever he had? You care to respond to that as member of LPR family now, not as an individual, please.
You know, Mr. Tool, all what this man has said, I don't see any, let me
Take your time.
Yeah. I can't make sense of it.
Okay.
That's a wow, I can't make sense of it. Here's the reason. He come here, he dancing all over. He said, Honorable Barker should have had a triple bypass surgery. But they decided for him to do a little surgery so he can go back to come back.
A treatment.
No.
Treatment.
Breakable. I don't want to mute you, please.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The recording out there, you said, okay, treatment to come and go back. I do not want to ask Breakable his area of specialization. I don't want to ask him because there's no need to worry. He's talking about Omen Bwakai hand. Do you know Honorable Bwakai? Go and look at the picture when Honorable Bwakai came from EW Hospital. That's how Honorable Bwakai hand had been. Are you telling me that he came here, he had a stroke recently? Because those are facts that would do somebody's hand like that. So you telling us that he had a stroke since he came here? You know what happened? I tell people, I know supporting Honorable Bwakai, but he's the president-elect. And besides, I said, one thing I don't do is to lie on people. I would just put it blunt, to lie on people. If I don't like you, I stay away from you. I will not make up lies against you because simply I disagree with you. Because what you said, Breakable, you carry up and down. It doesn't make no sense.
Okay. All right.
If you want to attack Omen Bwakai, I would say go on the issue of policy. But this Omen have the way you people are taking it, it made me to wonder where we have reached as Liberians. Why would one be wishing for somebody to die? Why?
Okay. All right.
And the question, I would like to put myself in the shoe.
Okay.
What happens if someone was wishing for me to die?
Mr. Judge, let me go to Sissy.
Let me just leave it there.
You care to respond as an analyst, analyzing his position, not as Sissy Goyer, nephew to Ambassador Baka. No, analyzing. Give us your analysis position on that statement that came from Breakable.
So I'm glad that I sent Breakable the link so we all can put a face to the text, to the so many texts, because then that gives us context. And thanks for coming on, Breakable. Breakable spoke a lot, but he said nothing. So it's very difficult to respond to nothingness. It's very difficult. The first problem is making for a triple bypass surgery. You know how a triple bypass surgery has to be, how critical a health you got to be in, but then they're able to postpone it by giving you treatment. What again, the single front door surgery, and the bypass, the three-way to get in the front single one. This is absurd. And then when you push him, he tried to say the reason they brought the man outside, the reason why they didn't invite the press, that because the man come from the hospital. Yet there were people with video with cell phone cameras. So why would these people who are running away from the press allow so many hundreds of people with cell phone? They're recording the same thing that the press will come and record. The press get the make on the camera, they'll come and put on the man. So sometimes these things are laughable.
I tell you.
The scene here, if you remember, during the election, before the election, my brother went to Ghana. If I one time you were in here, the hospital, hospital. They said the people did not communicate well. That scene here, they started showing the same like the man paralyzed. That was before the elections. So the scene here paralyzed so many times. They come by, paralyzed so many times. And the average time for recovery for triple bypass surgery is 6 to 12 weeks. 6 to 12 weeks. And these people had told you the man was going to be here for 3 weeks. So if they had planned for him to come for surgery, knowing that the recovery, average recovery is 6 to 12 weeks, why would they plan it for 3 weeks? That because you thought about that, you know what the man outside for? The people had a program planned. So, but because you got no backing, you said you don't want folks to put the man outside now. Now the man comes outside now, you say the triple bypass surgery man coming for. They want to get
okay, all right. Okay.
Let me.
Hold on, breakable. Hold on. Okay, say.
It's absurd. Okay. It's not based in facts. It's not based in science. I think breakable will show other but I haven't even taken the time to Google triple bypass surgery and what the implications are. To speak like that, instead of something like him for 3 weeks visit, will be running from a triple bypass surgery and get a treatment instead to go back.
Okay, thank you, Mr. So. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. You want to contribute to the conversation, or should I just close that and we'll move on?
Are you afraid of me or what?
Mr. So,
do you have
contribution?
Can you take your hands out of your pockets? We are not at a party, please.
No.
You're not to blow the entire. Look, I have nothing. You don't try to put this network down. We have worked so high because you want to set it. I don't see anything Breakable is saying here for me to respond to. If you have any other question, okay. He was given the opportunity. Listen, he was given the opportunity. I don't know whatever he wrote, and Cesar did him a favor to say, come in. And if you are given such an opportunity, take your time to say something that people will say, oh, yeah, there's a reason. But what he said here, I don't see anything to respond into it because I don't know the start, I don't know the middle, I don't know the end. It's just all about bitterness and the need to find a way out. While it is true, every Liberian, he has a legitimate question to ask about his president, how long it takes and all of that. Okay. But for you to just try to make up something, where is he getting all of this information? Is that why you want me for us to consider and for us to come discuss? And you put your hand in your pocket like some kind of crown chief?
Let me say this to Breakable. Breakable.
Yes.
First of all, I want to thank you for the courage to come out here. You're entitled to your views. You're entitled to whatever statement that you want to make. It's okay. Nobody going to block you. Nobody going to misjudge, try to judge you on whatever statement you make. But on this platform, we have, for me, I see this platform in two ways. One is to educate. The other one is also to encourage the young folk to come out here and express themselves freely. Before you came on here, I was yelling and screaming and said, those of us that are old, when Ambassador Barker suggested about a conference, those of us that consider ourselves old, we should get out of the way of these young people. You're young and you like to talk. train yourself more. If you don't do that, because someone who likes to talk like you and you're not afraid, you already passed the bar. What you need to do now is to focus your attention on things you want to talk about. If you don't do that, these young people will leave people like you behind, and you will be in the background most of the time. Liberia belongs to you just as it belongs to Sissy.
Oh.
Mr. Soul, please.
Which class are we in now?
Hold on.
Let me make a little point.
Hold on, Breakable, Mr. Soul. You want me to park in the garage? I will do so. I'm the liberal.
But Mr. Soul, you're asking what class we're in.
I mean, which class, which lecture series we in? That's not what these people here to listen to.
I'm not going to do that. Let me finish. When I let you guys talk here, you didn't get me making any noise. The two of you coming here as usual. I'm ready for both of you. Y'all know me. Breakable. I'm beginning.
Yes.
This is not how I will advise you to engage. If what you're saying, if you're talking about somebody's medical issues, you must be able, when you bring those things, these are not suggestions, these are not opinions. These are factual-based conversations that you're having. Don't do that. Somebody.
That's why I said, let me just press on it.
Let me finish. When I open my show, you always calling you myself go back and forth. I'm happy about that. This is just a few free advice. Don't do that. But
Okay.
thank you for the contribution.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me make a point a little bit. I came on the show per se not because of his sickness. About sickness, being able to discuss the sickness, this one part by us. We used to sing sickness during the election, but you still won the election. It's not my basis about coming on the show. The reason I came on the show because he used the word while the media refused to call the media to come on the show to go the show live. And I commented, I said, reason because they never show of him coming out from the hospital. That's why they refuse to bring the media. That's why I still in the
background.
And look, what I'm saying is they say advice that they accuse President William, and this is the same thing they're doing. Because they will not show of him coming on public.
Do me a favor. Let's leave it as it is.
That's why I said I'm not basing on the sickness per se. I'm not basing on the sickness per se.
Let's leave it as it is. Let's leave it as it is. Let's move on. Now that I have all of you here, let me finish. Now that I have you guys, let me finish, guys. Now that I have you guys here, I'm glad that you guys are here. We will go into Breakable. Please sit tight, stay with us, and we'll be coming to you from time to time. Don't unless you have somewhere else you want to go. Other than that,
yeah.
Okay, and be part of the conversation tonight. Mr. George, what's on your plate?
I got a whole lot on my plate. One is I saw some contractor demonstrating today in Liberia about project that they had gotten from the president and they had not been paid. And I think the managing director is Pepsi Yeke. And the last employee are in the building today. Yeah. Seeing that the government had not paid them. Pepsi Yeke had not paid them. But what caught my attention was what my employee explained about the process to go through. Said that when they get the contract, Pepsi Yeka then refer them to a billing or store vendor. The zinc is sold for $125. But the dealer, the vendor was selling them for $250. Then one of the guys said the market was salala. It was built for $90,000. But they carried the contract. The contractor carried that price up to $500,000 United States dollar. That's one. Second one, on Sunday, A pregnant mother lost her baby at the government hospital in Kakatan. My give because the husband could not pay 21,000 Liberian dollar. She was lying there, and the man said he had paid 12,000 earlier for medication. But when asked, they said they were going to get a medication. He asked to go with them. They said, no, you cannot go out to get a medication. And never saw the medication, no receipt. When he went to talk, they said our night shift. So it just to tell you the level of corruption that is in Liberia and how our own people are treating our people. Then, coupled with the business people, these people who come into the country say they keen to help to develop the country. But look how they're exploiting the people. That's what I'm saying. If Honorable Bwaka would do anything, they should sell a company to look at the contracts, the vendors and things, how they've been charging Liberians of the material they are selling.
Okay. Sese, what's on your plate, sir?
Well, what's on my plate is the Foreign Extortion Prevention Act that was passed
today
on the 14th. It was signed today, but it was passed on the 14th.
Yeah.
It was a part of the National Defense Authorization Act. And I'm particularly excited about that because what the president said while he was signing this is for a long time, the Biden administration has been concerned about targeting the demand side of bribery. Quite too often we look at the supply side of bribery. This is attacking the demand side of bribery.
Bribery, yeah.
And I am particularly excited I'm excited for two reasons. Well, actually for three reasons. Number one, this was the same National Defense Authorization Act that the Democratic Party used to pass that immigration for all Liberians thing. Number two, that now that they've started holding corrupt individuals accountable and holding them, the U.S. government is finding ways to also go after U.S. nationals and U.S.-owned businesses that participate in facilitating bribe or people who come on U.S. territory to seek bribes. But more besides, I'm particularly excited because now the Bwaka administration has no wiggle room. They know that they cannot make the same mistake the CDC made because now there are laws being laid out. Yes, it's going to catch a lot of seditions, but it's setting the groundwork where these people, they will have stiff neck. They can't load left and right to these small things. We will hold politicians accountable, and I'm particularly excited for this law, not for the CDC, but for the United Party government, because I know there are people who think that they're trying to go eat in Liberia. The elephant, the elephant meat, we tell them that nobody cutting in Liberia.
Somebody, there's a feedback coming. Somebody, microphone, somebody listening or what? I don't know whether you guys are hearing some feedback.
Yeah, the feedback too.
Somebody get a device open?
No.
It's not from my end, so. Okay, but anyway, Mr. So, let's hear from you.
What?
You're not here, I know that Christmas time, but you're not here for Christmas tree dressing. You're here to contribute. What is your contribution? What do you have to say? What's on your plate?
There's somebody that can hear nothing.
My company, we had a year-end party today. You see my plate here, it already empty. It already empty. I finished. All day we'll be eating. All day we'll be eating. So the plate empty already.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, what?
Look, on a serious note, Sese hit the point with respect to this landmark law. Now there's no excuse. There will be no room to think that you're going to do crazy thing out here. You're going to get away with. Suppliers, buyers, all parties will be held accountable. And with respect to what regarding the pregnant woman, what is guy's name? Mr. Jones. This guy, there's a gentleman from Rhode Island reached out actually when they saw that post and they reached out to the family. What we want to say here is that it's very much important because I have the recording here and sometimes people blow out of things. Any story developing from our guys in the field, Emmanuel Flomo is the one reported that.
Yeah,
there are two major stories he reported. I think there was another old lady and there was an intervention. One AJS intervened. Well, not necessarily you have to send the money to us, but people are using these things to kind of like, oh, this person, I'm a person, and people send money to them, and the reflection comes on the network. Please, our guys, they're not on salary, we're not paying them, but they are very, very much committed to what they are doing. And we told them exactly 0 tolerance when they do anything unprofessional. But there's a guy that reached out from Rhode Island. Actually, I sent money, being that he knows this person. So when they call him too, because it became a kind of like a long story during the weekend, we got to pull here and there, but he sent me the person number and I called the person, hey, did you send him money? And he confirmed, yes. Do you know the person you send the money to? And he said, yes, which is okay. But there are other people using the story to solicit, and then it comes to, to LPR, like, oh, we give it to LPR. Please, if you see anything developing, we're going to tell our guys, they're going to put their number there. You can also get in touch with any of the contributor, the analysts, because people want to give, but people always, other people take advantage of situation and exploit people. I think we don't want that. But my understanding, it really reached, because this guy said he knows this lady he talked to, and so he did everything he can, and they confirmed that it's reached, which is okay. But we just want to make sure in the next future, because there were a lot of other people who are calling, trying to solicit money from the Morovia side, other places, and all of that, which is not fun. But anyway, having said that, well, I think hopefully, I don't know how long the president-elect going to be here, but it's a good start. Another thing I'm concerned with is it's too soon for this sort of infight or some sort of exchange. Senator-elect Amara Kone and that of Molu, because Amara seems to be against what the president-elect should be. I think this is he needs to chill out. Yeah, there's lots ongoing in the country, and if he's here, I think he must make wise of his time being here to meet whoever he can meet and tell them the real plight of the country. You can't leave from here and say you're going to come back tomorrow, day after again, whatever it is. Make wise of this sort of great time while you are still waiting to take office officially. But he does have first-hand information of the many challenges being faced by the country. I think these are the conversations we're supposed to be talking. And you said that you were yelling, and the old people, this and that. What are you getting your feeling for? The people not know you. You not know them. So why they don't need your consultation. So why hating you? So I'm on point. I agree with Breakable on that. Yeah. So I'm saying that now you know the old people. What sort of hypocrisy is that? They don't know you. You don't know them. So why should they seek consultation to tell you something?
How you got a White House?
No, it's not too important. What I'm talking about, what you need to listen to.
Okay, thank you. Let me go to
blood pressure you're trying to carry up here for whatever reason. Seriously?
Thank you. Thank you for recognizing my talent. Breakable, what's on your plate?
Yeah, I got two concerns on my mind. The first concern is the war on media in Liberia. That's my concern. One of the concerns I see. First of all, we heard a rumor that Gideon J was conscious to not speak about Baka being in America, and also to not say anything against the Unity Party. And now Prince Joseph testified to the church on Sunday that when they got inaugurated in power, they'll make sure, and I call it Segu Sherry, real estate will be closed because he keep pushing against them. And again, I sort of post on social media about the meeting, the Secretary General in America where the president-elect meet, and I saw the people are on in the picture, like only the lady on the picture that they go to meet, but like the other on the picture, like they keep on Liberia, and the person that is sit down to take picture with, the person wait at the back. That means like they are so anxious in taking picture instead of identify the person they came to take picture with. And what I saw is I see all people among all those people are there, like people that was in government before, and I see that in a picture. So like what I see is there's no difference and the president elect coming in power for. Because the same old people are in our government that made the country be like that. That's the same people around him. And are getting concerned. If they see continue there, look at doing the program. You see the only force other than that are in the government, they are still around him. And I feel to myself like, what is happening 20 years ago is about to happen. And I see no difference about the government are coming. And I really afraid if they see come through, we'll go different way again. That's why on my mind is the afternoon, the evening. I mean.
Thank you. All right, folks. Samson told LIBERIA. At this point, folks, those of you that are watching, I will not. That doesn't mean disrespect, but I will not take my seat so that I'll be able to manipulate the system from that side. So please accept me taking my seat, putting my feet on the footrest as I have up here.
Okay. One quick point on education for civics education, though, Mr. Toe.
What do you mean?
Breakable. Right now in Liberia, George Manuel Weah is the president of the Republic of Liberia. He's the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Frank Musa Dean is the justice minister. He was appointed by George Weah and the CDC. Right now, the CDC is in charge. So if they're calling Juliet Jet to question him, they're not United Party. Call your people. And your people questioning themselves. What are graffiti eating fee? Don't put on other people.
Did he listen to what I said to you?
He said you're concerned about the crackdown. You tying up.
Okay, Breakable. Let's let that go. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
No, Mr. Toe. If you say that, I need to clarify on it so you understand what I said to him, so you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, I said Juliet Jet was told to not speak about Juliet Baga case in America here and also the United Party.
Who told him?
By his owner of the radio station. Through the United Party press and the propaganda or the office. They went and told him, don't allow Juliet Jet to be on your radio station to be speaking against the United Party and also the former president-elect. Then Prince Johnson himself amplified it to the church by saying after the inauguration, they will close some of the radio stations that will go against them. And they were saying, look at what happened in America here. They refuse to call media because there's a safety in line. They refuse to call media because they got a plan of silencing the media.
I'm in control. Say, I'm in charge.
There is a lot of holes in our whole story there, and I don't want to punch everything else out.
Too much, but we're not here for too much gossip here this evening.
It's not gossip. I seen it. How about Prince Johnson stuff? Is that gossip? Prince Johnson not gossip?
Who said Prince Johnson? Who is Prince Johnson to close radio station then?
What are you talking? The man says the man is strong ally in anybody. The man guy is strong as a bad person.
He does not have no authority.
Give us the information. Give us the proof. Let's show that. And here's the other thing.
They may have a choice. If you go on Sunday service, it's Sunday service you're there.
When I put you to the wall, you said, oh, the United Party went through an employer. So that employer, relationship you dealing with you.
Let's do this. Let's do this, guys. Breakable is entitled to his view.
I get my on my mind. They get it best.
Let me be allowed to express himself.
And I got it. It's real.
Let's go on. So before you guys came on, I was reading some stuff here from the news where Ambassador Barker gave a speech this on Saturday in Providence, Rhode Island. But one of the things that I took away from that, there were two things actually. One was what I predicted on Mr. Social, that there indeed that Ambassador Barker was going to speak as a unifier. He was going to speak to invite Liberians diaspora to join him, build the nation, which he did. And another thing I took away was he proposed a conference with Liberian diaspora where the policy and developmental agenda of the country will be discussed, and also ask the Liberian diaspora, those who are expert in different fields, to join him and put their expertise into use in Liberia in bringing the country forward. I thought those were things that I took away from. But my thing was the folks, and I know it's coming. Most likely, and I'm predicting what will happen now, once again, most likely Ambassador Baka going to bring some folks from even going back all the way to Toba era to bring them back in the government. My understanding, and from what I've gathered, many of them are saying no, they're too old. But my understanding, there are folks, including Ambassador Baka, asking these people, even if they can stay for 6 months or even a year, to lay hand to these young people that are going to leave so that they don't find themselves in difficulty in terms of how policy and then governmental process and things like that supposed to be, according to them. So I will not be surprised to see Ambassador Baka bringing in some folks that are older than many of us. But I want us to understand there's a saying by Kun that says, you sit on the old mat to plot the new mat. But what I hope will not happen is that these old folks, when they are given the opportunity and are given a specific mandate, at the end of the time, when the mandate period is finished, that they should not abuse the friendship of Ambassador Baka and try to stay on. I think this period and this time, the young people must be given the opportunity to put this, whatever it is, to put it together for their own future. Let them be part of the process. And that's what I was arguing about earlier. But let's go to Mr. Joyce's point he made earlier about some demonstration. Let's go around the room. Mr. Joyce, you stated earlier that there was a demonstration. What I want to take out of this, and you can repeat again, maybe the other folks will remember it, but I don't remember quite well. But what I want to take out of it, what I remember now, I'll just give it to you. You know me, I follow it anyway, I'll give it to you. Like what I want to take out of it, because they feel now president, we ain't got no power again. So they just doing all kind of nyama thing now. I think whoever, a president we are is still running a show, he should put a foot down. So you will get paid when you get paid. Because this is how the system has been working in Liberia. Not because about the power, you want your money now. All the other people haven't gotten paid yet. Wait your turn. Take the number and stand online.
You know, something to how you sound, that last statement made ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that how you're going to run Joseph Boga government? That's a
no. That's why I said don't try to. Don't try to that around.
That's the advice you're going to get Joseph Boga?
No.
Then why are you telling the people?
I'm saying these people, they're doing these things now. 2-3 months ago, they were not running, they were not doing that. They were not getting paid. So they're not the only people that are not getting paid. Listen. But because they feel President Weah has no more power now, they want to stand over there and get it. So let them take the number, stand online and wait your turn.
Nothing to, you're not in total. You didn't follow the story. These people said they have been going to the agency since 2021. 22, up to 22, the Gadi contract they have been. They told them that they have to pre-finance this contract 30%. When you are done 30%, then they'll give you your first payment. These people show documents that they went to banks, individual borrow money to do 30% of the work. They have completed 30% and they be going to the agency. Every time they go, they say, oh, the director is not here. Go come back tomorrow.
Mr. Josh, I don't mean to interrupt. Let me just say this very quickly. I have been involved into project in Liberia where a pre-finance process has been taking place. The person who pre-financed the contract or the project that I was involved in, the person has already exhausted all of their income. the person go around and borrow money to pre-finance. That person has not even gotten paid. The person, all of the employees that were working with this man, they all left, the young people, because they can't wait. So it's nothing strange, and it's nothing new in Liberia.
But Samson, so if it's not strange, why are you making that statement, that ridiculous statement about letting people go and say that St. Joe, we're not in power, now they come in, when you know the system?
But that's what I'm telling you. So why
you knew it? No, listen,
they are not free. Hold
on. No, you don't.
All right, okay, go ahead. Make it.
You not put your foot in your mouth. Don't run around here. Oh. You know the system is bad. You know the system is bad. Now people can't come and say, "Oh, why did they all complain earlier?" So they must shut up.
You're making sedition happen to now.
So you see, this is the thing. If that's how you're going to start with Joseph Boakata, then your customer on the contender. But here's the thing here. These people, and the same speech you're talking about again, I will take that speech with grain of salt. Because you are the same person. You are 80 years. You say, Joe, we asked me to cry. Joe,
is he lying, Mr. Tour?
Yeah.
Is he lying?
That Liberia will not be spectators.
Yeah.
Look what happened in 6 years. So, Honorable Boaka's speech, I welcome it. But I want to start with speech again. Yeah. I want to see practical application of these things. Let me get the upload time, but I just warn you. Don't talk about it.
I know you're going to say you're not going to come to me yet tonight. That I'm sure. So please stay.
Bring about what you. My God, not coming to you and say right now. Hold on 1 minute. Let because we just got from you. Let's go to Sissy. Sissy, go ahead.
Well, I think in Liberia, usually during the lame duck section, it's really difficult most times for the government to handle all of its arrears. That happened with the Ellen time. It's not just unique to George Weah time. So I think we got to be mindful.
No, Sissy, but they pressure like presidential pressure, yo.
I know.
Now when you get the money right in your pocket.
Every work in Liberia is equally important as long as it's budgetarily allocated for, whether it's the president personal work project or not. I'm just trying to lay that as a premise, not that it's a good thing to do. I won't advocate for civil servants and people working and not getting paid. I will never advocate for that. But I just don't want us to put this blame squarely at the feet of George Weah, because then that brings us to the situation where we want to rejoin 1135, Jesus wept. We don't know what happened before Jesus cried or what happened after Jesus cried. We just put all the blame on George Weah for. We don't look at what happened before and don't look at what happened after. So for me, I'm very careful with that. But you're right, civil servants should be paid. This is the festive season. People want to be buying clothes and other things for their children. They should be paid. I don't believe that George Weah is powerless. The president is still the president. He's still the president when they can turn over. He still has the same amount of power that he had before. The thing, though, about the lady medical issue that Mr. George brought up, I wanted to say something about that.
Go ahead.
I think the new government, and this is not new, so we don't put it to George Weah feet alone, because during any time, I was raising money for people that were dying, they couldn't get medical help. So I'm saying this not as a George Weah thing. I'm saying this as a Liberian thing that needs to be fixed. I was in Liberia during the early time. Armed robber broke into my house. They busted my head here. I had 3 stitches to sew my head. My family threw me in a car and came into Catholic hospital. The people refused me while I was dying. How do you refuse somebody in a critical emergency situation? We went to JFK, they want to refuse me, except because my little brother, who was a medical doctor, knew people over there, and he called them for the open space for me for them to sew my hair. We have to pass a law in Liberia that prevents hospitals and clinics from refusing people in emergency need of medical treatment. And in some of these villages, in some of these towns, we don't have public hospitals and clinics. They are private hospitals. So I think the government needs to find a way on how do we subsidize those private clinics that are in those rural places so that they are not refusing people that need critical medical care. I in Liberia have taken women before, pregnant women can knock on my gate in the night during early time. I had to throw them in my car to carry them to go pay money for them to have delivery. I think this is wrong, and I understand that from the business point of view. If I'm running a business like a hospital, I don't want to do free care because I'm not able to take care of my bottom line. I get it. So I think government, just like it used to happen before, where the government would partner with private schools and subsidize private schools, we will do the same thing for medical institutions, especially in the hinterland, where you have very few hospitals and you have a lot of clinics. I think the government, Joseph Boakai government needs to think about that. The current legislature incoming needs to think about passing a law and make sure that they have budgetary allocation to subsidize those private clinics so that they're not refusing people that are in medical need. This is not a George Weah issue. This is not an Ellen issue. This is not a Joseph Boakai issue. This is a Liberian issue.
Thank you. All right, let's go to Mr. Brigable. What you want to make a comment on Mr. Joyce stuff before I go to
Yeah, thank you so much. You know, Mr. So, like something happened a few days, then our friends are changing to the reality. Listen to what this just said. And I felt so relaxed and I felt like real patriotic. And this is what happened. For 6 years, they turn it around to make it like a president reality. And it's difficult to understand. Look at what he's saying. If you use this, the type of what you just said just now for 6 years, do you think people will go against a leader that is developing the country? And listen to what you just said. The country better exist without condition. But you gotta make this thing out of politics. And it's so laughable. Look, this is reality. Some of us born back in the interior, not even in the city. And this thing that we're discussing, and I only started just yesterday. Not because charter, not even charter of Nino Do. It started way back. But we have to be sincere to ourselves when things happen real. And look, my big brother or my dad said, and Josh, Amos George said, people protest because of money. And this is what we talk about leadership. During 2017, the AFL widows went on the street and protest. They even wanted to stop the inauguration. And President Weah came out and said, no, y'all cannot do this. Y'all make sure, I'll make sure after inauguration, I will settle you. Because their fear was the new government is coming in power. If the new government can, we will not get our money. Because they will say, we not know about y'all, or they will delay our pay. But they will need a guarantee. So the president came and said, no, you're leaving, I'll make sure I'll pay your money. Even the AFL did the same thing. He said, I'll take responsibility. Look, we have to be sincere on the other issue. When it comes to issues that need to be discussed, we have to discuss it in a way that we understand it. Because the period of time, everybody have that fear of new government coming. They may not pay their money. So they have to show face. New government have to show the responsibility. And this is what they're doing. They are not wrong. The reason is their fear is they will not get their money. So they have to do something to call a new government in action to feed it, to know that what they want to get, their money, they need to get it. And this is what we say. Thank God for Cesar for being admitted a father. This thing is not only for regime or for individual. It's Liberian thing. Africa or Liberia as a whole, things are happening there. It's not strange. It's been happening. But what we say is when people use those statements and make out of politics, then after hour they come back and say, you gotta be sincere, a deviated issue. And this is the thing that we used to we'll go against you, to campaign against you. We're going to protest those things, we're going to use it to protest against you. Because we're not going to say, oh, because it's not government thing. We all use the same thing to get power. And now you can't tell me again to tell me, say, we have to be patient and do. Look, if somebody go to the hospital and they get medicine, we'll put one person on the street, we'll go land on the person to go protest. This is wrong. Thank you. It's not got no right to somebody go to the hospital deny it. And think God you made it. For you to go to the hospital, they deny you. Now even do it anytime. It's been happening. And this I think we're going to use a protest against you.
Breakable.
Okay. Mr. John.
Don't hold my feet. I feel express myself. Wait for me.
No. Mr. So hold on. Mr. So hold on there. I don't know when you were born, but when we were growing up, yes, something to do that GFP not refusing about it. When we were growing up, what Cesar is picking up Maybe you don't follow the platform.
Our born after the war. Our born after the war.
You don't follow the platform, or maybe you follow the platform, but you don't listen. So don't come and say that Sister First not seeing it, or we seeing it. Here, who speak nothing but truth to power. So maybe it's the other network that maybe you can make that reference and don't say it. Liberia got an old age problem. But I just want to remind you, when your leader take over, at that period, you are responsible for whatever so happened under your leadership. So when you see someone or question or holding joy, it's because it's honoring him that happened. But you never said that it never happened before. So let me make that clear. If you're one time, watch out, if your lawyer can drop all the pin on your here on January 22nd to go in the street at your rights. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
All right, thank you. Mr. So, you care to make comment on Mr. George's statement?
I think the real work for Liberia has started. It's unbelievable. And for those of you who pick a side, this is time to be honest. I'm not sure. Breakable, what you were saying, you understand what you were saying? Or I don't get it. I try to. What we are saying here is some of you, like many others, didn't do the people you support, you never did them good. You were never honest to tell them what were really happening. And I see it to be like a memoir now. The president is writing by himself, but it's in a different forms and context, more or less in the auditory form by speaking out. Usually when things happen under your watch and you are not satisfied, what happens? You write a memoir on some of the things. If you've seen what's happening, even though it's not unusual, most of the time he takes the pulpit to say things because to speak out, and people don't understand that where perhaps he feels comfortable to get things out of his chest because there's no microphone going to go there to ask him questions and all of that. But what Sese is saying is very crucial. If you watch that story, I have the audio here. If you watch the story Emmanuel Flomo posted, our guy from Mount Gibby, with respect to that lady, and even the young man, they even interviewed because people, you know, we have a situation where people are not willing to find out the facts. The CA and they just think just how they can lie, broad day, nighttime, daytime, whether there's curry or no curry, they think everybody find pleasure lying and just making up stuff. Because when I saw that story, I read a comment, other people are doing, oh, they want to do this, they want to do that. But it is serious. It is time to really revisit our country in all aspects. Yeah. It's not the problem with the country is not just only with the executive branch of government. No. The first branch of government, the judiciary, and every other citizen, every one of us, everyone should be held responsible, liable, and have a shared responsibility in making the country to be what it should be like. And that starts with the first branch of government. People that are coming now again, they are giving them some 6 years, 9 years. Will they do the right thing for their country? Will their very party stand against them when they are doing stuff? See what happened recently in New York. The representative that was kicked out. For what reason? Because there were basic rules, ethics rules that were violated. His own party, they throw him out. Can that happen in Liberia? That's another day question. But it is time, all of these questions, all of these issues, to start putting them on the table. And we must be honest with ourselves, whether we support this government, whether we do not support this government, but to take a holistic approach and find a workable way out so that these things can be handled. You can't have a civilized modern society when you will continuously protect your own alligator because you think it's not going to do you harm. But I tell you, who you rise, the back of the alligator goes into the belly of that alligator. So if Liberia is to be a good Liberia, schools, not just only the medical school, you can't have the Minister of Education, you can't have health minister, your clinic, where you enjoy the privilege of government asset and you talk to a lot of good people around the world, medication, medicines, and different things. Your clinic is in tight, running, and then you have a public facility that you should be there supposed to serve people zero medication. And you think the citizen, you think everybody just want to go to bed quiet. This is why we're having this problem that we are having. And some of us feel the president did not do enough to address these issues. They were visible. They were there. They were things that he went to that very JFK. Now, I'm not talking about the even at Mount Gibby here. How do you call that? Rainy Hospital?
Yeah, Rainy Hospital today.
He broke ground. I don't know what the outcome. He went to those places. Yes, it is impossible for the president's eyes to be everywhere, but people that you give job to do it, if they are not doing it, it is your responsibility to hold them accountable. I feel bad. You are one of those who betrayed this president. And he said, you want to go, you think that demonstrate I want to solve the problem? You can go demonstrate.
No, Mr.
No, we're not in classroom. Don't put your finger away first. You got to, if you love this president, you're going to do everything possible for this president to succeed. But down to the president, and he said this in his church the other day. He said people who are nowhere abroad and see what they are doing. Are you also aware now there are some other ministers, despite of this meant he's been so conciliatory, he's been so respectful of the democratic process. Are you aware that other people are refusing to even do a good turning over? No, they don't want to listen to him again because he's going out. So it's like this president feels this burden his out of hand. He feels he has played his own part. People who are nowhere brought in and they think they have become a full-grown man overnight. So no respect. Yet instead, he told you go home. 2029, we by God's willing, we shall return. He was speaking in a specific tone to exercise tolerance and put yourself together as a major opposition bloc. Not to just be to doing, but look at critical issue and you can make your argument, and hopefully the people can see a renewed CDC. But you still not want to listen to it. Let's see when Joy we are lead our CDC. Let me see who want to handle our CDC. Nobody. Nobody. I'm telling you.
Mr. So, let me give you an A. From day one, during the 6 year or during President Weah Eugene, you've been speaking on the issue. My problem right now is for my brother Cesar and Mr. Amos to see the reality now and try to express it in a matter of fact to say this thing happened, it been happening. Enough for president, enough for regime.
What is Cesar and Pajoy never spoke about in the past or now that you want the wrong way now?
I've been following the show. I've been following the show. Mr. To, I've been listening to you.
You paid due to CDC, sir? You.
Mr. To, we don't discuss it due. I'm talking about people seeing the reality and we're making it out of politics. And now they want to take the reality out of the politics out of reality now. That's why I got from away. You said this thing was happening because the president is in power. And now you try to film it in a way that will say this thing happened because it been happening. And because the people in the hospital, they're not serious. You been knowing that these people are in the hospital, they're not serious. You've been taking people there before President Weah came in power, and then been treating it. They've been refusing it. But now you turn it around to make it out of politics. And now you want to make it an issue now.
Okay, guys, let me do this. Let's do that. Brigabo, thank you.
Well, let me respond to that because Brigabo has come and need so many times in this issue. And let me say this to you, Brigabo. I try to be reluctant to respond to you because
hold on.
I think it is a waste of people who are paying money and buying their data in LIBERIA for me to respond to you. But when you continue to come and knee out and not even care to do a basic Google search, I don't know if you've ever fact checked anything in your lifetime, but you showing me you haven't. Because for you to sit down here and say you follow this show, and this is the first time I'm saying that things have been happening in the brother we are alone, then you will have a serious problem with your understanding or your critical analysis skill. Don't put money in your tabata. When I am on this platform, you call your Kev, you call all of them to come here. I speak truth to power. And if you didn't know, let me educate you a little bit. I supported Tewan Gonglo from the beginning, not Joseph Boakai. I argued that Joseph Boakai was not even second in line to my choice. It was Gonglo, it was Kumis. I followed Joseph Boakai when it became a choice between Joseph Yima Boakai and a bunch of people who don't know what they're talking about, but the web Barrett.
Yes, I'm here. Okay, hold on.
That is why I supported Joseph Yima Boakai. But for you to sit down here and say this is the first time Cesar is saying this, Breakable. At some point in time, you got a cell phone, you got internet. It got more uses than just texting. Do some research. It will benefit.
Thank you. Thank you, Sissy. All right, let me go. I'll soon be opening the line, but let Katja, go ahead. Hold on, Katja. Let me merge Terry. Okay, Katja, go ahead. Katja, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, go ahead. What's up? What? I know you've been listening. Go ahead. We're listening.
Yeah, I've been listening. I've been following. You know, two things I want to put out here. I don't know if you guys discussed it. The Virginia representative statement on the sanction of Summit 12. I think there's a big thing that make a big headline. Secondly, I think what the brother is saying, Brigable is saying, and only thing he referenced is here and by George, they have been also transparent and coming forward with issues.
He referenced
Mr. Josh, hold on. Let him finish.
I try to use an example on your
a generous
hold on, Brigable.
On a general scale, you know, Liberians, especially in the news media, they didn't do this government justice. They amplified and exacerbated every false information. They made the
government was stealing. That what broke them down. It got nothing to do with press. It got nothing to do with us.
But did the other government not steal?
Can you just give me a chance to
learn? Go ahead. I don't want to bring it.
Thank you very much.
So you're not calling your man out and then you lie on my knee, right? You're not telling Breakable you lie on my kney. You want what side way on it? You say because you call my knees.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll use an example on you. I'm not calling you per se. I'll use an example on you.
Tell the man lie on my knee. Tell the man the truth. Don't come what side way.
Go ahead.
I said from the initial side, I said Sissy and Mr. George have been very transparent. They've been criticizing where criticism is necessary. They've been praising where praise is supposed to be, and all that. That's what I said. But on a general scale, I think the media in general, did not do the government justice, because I remember from the very get-go, even the Liberian or press association in America, or one media group in America called AJA, whatever it is, they decided to criticize this government for every little thing. Even if it was not true, they made it big, because they were saying Ellen Johnson said he paid for media information. She paid the press to carry on the middle government logo, and Joshua were not doing the same thing. So they wanted Joshua to bend to their needs, to give them money. And
what's about the money? What's about the money? Hold on now. What's about the money the government sent here for a special group of people that were dividing the money, and they had a big issue here? What happened to that? Your Jida Hatter was involved.
Do you have proof of that? Do you have proof? Do you have proof?
Rosler in Hero was involved.
Wait. I hear something. Proof.
Do you have proof for that? Do you have proof for that?
Proof.
Do you have proof?
Because these are fake news. You said
fake news. They were on they themselves. They were on Facebook.
Mr. So, you're not talking now. They didn't have no proof they're saying it. Mr. So.
Hold on now, brother.
Hold on. Go ahead.
On platform that people listening to us, right? I was part of that. They accused me of even getting some of the money. They said the president sent money for me. No time. I can put my TV children life on the line, and I can swear upon them. There's no time, President. We are ever America for human, for Wilson, anybody. You know what brother news are? That won't get on her show, brought it up because she had problem with Michael Gilman going against Randy Dapple, and she brought out to tarnish his reputation. And it had all of us in the web that we receive money from the president in Liberia. And I do not expect you to even make it look like it's true, because there's nothing true about it.
Okay.
Thanks
for educating me. Thank you for educating me.
No, the man will get caught in a foreign extortion prevention act.
It came from your own cycle. That how we got to know.
So let me tell you something here. this new administration, like we said, and I said personally, I am not going to attack Joseph Boakai administration for the next 3 to 4 months. I'm not going to say nothing bad. I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to wait to see Joseph Boakai deliver. If Joseph Boakai does not deliver, I will come on this platform and then we will start a criticism. But I will not do like they did to President Weah.
We will push back.
We are getting
Y'all bring it on. We will
in
push
America
back.
Yet.
When you coming on the show, yeah.
Administration, why you are doing inauguration?
Get away on the show.
Let him finish. We'll come to you.
They were planning protests. The ANC people, the openly said it. It's not lie. They said they were planning their protest when they were going through inauguration. They start planning their protest to make his government unpopular. We saw people from the Renaissance Group and Unity Party under the leadership of George Whistler, or coming to Congress, talking to people who got connection with lobbyists and stuff to impose sanctions on this government or some of the officials. We saw all that happen. They openly explained it on Spoon TV what they were doing. And there's not something now, was good for our society. You understand? Today, we see what is happening in Liberia. But I, for one, I don't know about the other people. I'm not going to criticize Joseph Boakai.
Okay, thank you.
After 4 months. He does not do what he's supposed to do. If his officials are doing something crazy, we'll come out and say we'll talk about it.
All right.
Anybody can register to be a foreign agent. You can be a lobbyist, and you hire Bokari sellers.
They were lobbying against the government, so we had to hire somebody to help promote the government.
But so then, what's the deal?
You're not gonna cry here for free. That is the same noise I heard from the student companion minister Samuel Tue talking about people told him in U.S. Congress that there are plenty of people lobbying here. The government, in order for them to lobby, they have to be here every other week. That's just complete tabata. You have access to government largesse. You pay Senator Ted Cruz of Texas to be your lobbyist. And yet the man could not even sell you because the corruption was so rampant. It had to sell how to call it thing, y'all stole so much, was difficult for people to sell y'all. Don't bring nothing here about people kept campaigning against you. Y'all campaigning against yourself.
Okay, let me go. Thank you, Carter. Let me go to
this was a grassroots organization. Y'all keep the store for the people.
You cannot show.
You just using allegation. These are allegations you gave me. These are allegations. You have no proof. You're using the same.
Something to talk about, please.
You cannot show what proof that the government stole.
No proof.
Okay. Then why you told my girlfriend? Why you told my girlfriend the Minister of Presidential Affairs?
Oh, because your allegation, you're making a decision.
Your president could not judge. Your president could bring for Georgia. Y'all want me
listen. This person is the person that was so fair to the Liberian people. And I want to get no problem with the Liberian people.
Okay, all right, okay, let's move on. Thank you, Carter. Thank you. Thank you, Carter. Let me go ahead and take Terry. Terry speak. Terry, go ahead.
Jerry Springer tonight?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Patel. My only thing I wanted to speak to have to do with JMB or Island stuff. I was listening to Keta then talking about the people accusing Samuel Tue and other things. You're saying look for proof. What happened to the 21 million map-up exercise? Can you reveal to us what really happened with that money?
Or they can get your proof. You know what like 21 million.
No.
They went through an audit.
Kata, let him talk. Let him talk, please.
Samuel Tue, Stevie Bailey, they're not today. The thing is clear. Everybody knows.
So you are clear.
Let him talk.
And you still arguing on that day? The man he said admitted why they sanctioned him. Then you still get the guts to sit down here and be arguing on
the president investigating.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Carter, let him talk.
He said something that was not in conformity with the law. You didn't listen to the man.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Okay, anyway, I don't want to dwell on that thing, sir, because it just can make people hear. I don't know why they dwelling on that thing. What I want to say, Mr. Cesar, I don't think that the people who organized the Raw Island or stuff did very well, because I think JMB
thank you.
meet diaspora Liberian. In as much as JMB was resting, I myself wanted him to rest, at least get away from the public, let it see whatever they want to say. But anytime he made the move to show up to the diaspora Liberian or anywhere in the United States where there will be crowd and people going to meet him, they should make it public. Let the media get involved. All right? Let people get, even if you don't ask JMB questions, but let the media be there. They should have invited the media. I saw people, most of the video we got are people who took pictures and people who are doing video recording. So as a result, the puppet were not even, the pictures does not show the puppet clearly. Even though I saw one picture of him, a video of his two hands moving and all of that, but you don't want people to continue to speculate about the president-elect. That is not a good thing. We accuse the CDC-led government of not being able to disseminate.
Thank you, Terry.
We found out that we ourselves are doing the same thing. And you know, if the Christmas will be good, then you must have, the Eve will tell you that the Christmas will be good.
Thank you, Terry.
When the puppet is making appearances, let the puppet be clearly seen, let the media be present, so that we can, the puppet came to, I think that it was disrespectful for we in the diaspora that the puppet came to, for us who were not even at that meeting, to not have a clear view to understand what he's saying, even from the people who were sitting down taking video. I think that was not proper, that was not correct. I want to believe that the opposition does not have nothing to lose. They can say anything right now against JMB elect. They will go scot-free, whether they were right or wrong, whether they lie or they say the truth. Almost like when President, we are in power. We that are in power now, we got everything to lose. So every time we appear in the public, we should do everything right. We should make sure that we are doing it right. Otherwise, we will see similar appearances that occur in previous government happening in this government. So now, only 2 cents I want to throw in there. If they listen to it, fine. If they don't, well, it's up to them. We will come back here again, the drawing board, and be saying the same thing. Why certain things went the way it went. But I believe you gave a right position. The speech of the old man was very clever and precise. The puppet know how to present and all of that. But I think the team need to work harder. Otherwise, they will create a scene. Right now in Liberia, your journalist there, I think one of the programs you are having, you call the journalist call in and you asking a specific question. What is the news in Liberia? What are people saying about the puppet? The news in Liberia is that the puppet is sick. He came for Bapa heart truck. So you don't want that narrative to continue. So you got to control it. And in order to do that is true. Here in the media, you got to present him properly to the people. Because
Terry, don't look now, but you're taking the position of Mr. Sue tonight. And I don't think it went well with me.
Okay, no problem, but Papa, I got to tell you the truth. You are not like it, but the people got to learn. They got to know the right thing. Now, what we beat on Georgia?
All right, thank you.
We don't want to repeat the same.
Thank you, Terry. We appreciate it. Okay, all right. Let me go to Nat. Come on. I know you will take us home. Come on. All right, what's on your mind? Come on.
Hey, how you doing? I'm at work right now, so I just got 1 minute 30 seconds to squeeze this in.
Okay.
Individual like what he mean, breakable and unbreakable. Well, these are the people that break the real government. Can you imagine?
You got 5 minutes.
Accusation you level against Tese. That's wrong. The first thing Georgia did when he became president was to start building property. That was the first mark of failure. So the next thing I want to stress on here is that CDC people, you all learn to accept the reality. Yesterday, Georgia are in church saying that somebody voted against his will at the United Nations. Can you imagine that? The president, you swear the person who went against his vote.
That's going to be my topic tomorrow. I'm making that my topic tomorrow.
The CDC government, thank you. The CDC government has felt afresh. be afraid of the press. So don't put your thing on CC tonight. I'm sorry I'm at work. I want to go further, but let me hold it right there.
Thank you. You are right. We pray that you will be okay. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Okay, let me go back. I want at least 20 seconds from each of you. We're closing. The show is coming to an end. I'll start with you, Mr. George. 20 seconds. Time start.
Let me tell Mr. Unbreakable. I supported Mr. Cummings. And I say support him. When Joseph Boakai and George Rock got to the final, Terry that call asked me, I said, no, I'm not supporting neither one of them. And I stand by my decision.
So you got no fish to fry in the tea anyway.
Hold on, Samson too. It's a matter of choice. Liberia for every one of us. You decide to support Joseph Boakai. I can't say because you supported Joseph, so you got no fish to fry. You can't tell me I don't have no fish to fry in Liberia. If you talk about Joseph Boakai farm, I got nothing to do with it. But when you talk about Republic of Liberia, I got something to do with it. Whether I support it or not. But the point I want to make it, if it is right, I will call it is right. If it is wrong, I will call it wrong. Breakable, you people the one today, I got joy where they play here today. Because you people, when we were talking about things were going wrong, you were doing the best. He's the best person Liberia ever seen. Now, how can the best person be rejected on one term? Now, I don't know the best of that person. But let me close on this. Look, and let me be direct with Breakable Sedition. If you don't take time, you'll overplay your hand with Joseph Boakai.
No, say they will put their foot in their mouth.
No, that one for you tonight.
Okay.
If you don't take time, you'll overplay your hand and you'll do it to the point that the Liberian people will not even think about you again. Because what I see is like you people have not come to grapple with the defeat. You have not yet settled in. I think so. You're still in a denial stage. I don't know when you'll get to the point of accepting.
Yeah, after inauguration.
Okay. So when you talk, Akaya Gray, who was blowing the trumpet the other day, see her post now. See her post. Go and see her post.
You mean the capture general? The capture general at POW.
Yeah. He's not talking one word again about demonstration. So I don't know. You're thinking that how you're going to get back to power by demonstrating? No, oh man. I always say we saw that devil dancing 6 years. We know now how that devil can dance. So 2029, when you're coming back, we know how the devil can dance. Nobody can tell again, oh, the devil can. We already know how that devil can dance. So let me just leave it on that note. But Kevin, let me tell you something. We did not lie on George Weah. We didn't magnify anything. We didn't manufacture anything. No story was manufactured. Every story we said was George Weah's own creation. You want to accept it? Fine. You don't want to accept it? That's it. We have civil power in the country. The person cannot speak to the nation. Minister doing all kinds of things. Director doing every kinds of things. Molu say, oh, the person gave George the woman, he lied down with them. He said that liquor talk. When liquor talk, met him at the battle bar. Samson told, be careful. Good night.
All right, Brother Bull, let's hear from you. Quick.
Thank you so much for the show. But I don't surprise. I know I could have been at this because when I said what on my mind about Prince Johnson, or the Unity Party want to start down the media and want to bring tension on the media. But we'll not discuss it. But I know we'll discuss it next time. Look, Mr. George Amos, and I'm talking to you per se, Cisse. I was speaking in general.
You call my name and say you're not talking to me. And you call my name.
And you call my name. You call my name.
You must be in general called Johnny. Don't call my name.
You call my name. You call
Let me let my talk about.
Where a problem said they can't call your name or call.
No, to the but so you not support me.
Don't back down from it.
Because you're not in
the message are not supporting you.
Yeah, look, listen. This thing we sing in that. Look, this minute you say propaganda. Could you imagine they used to go to hospital, bringing patients that not take care of, because they were using it to make the government, to pin the government, and that was saying. Look, my fear now is coming. We just say we'll protest. We'll not protest. The protest will come and say Unity Party. They got two government are coming in power. Two government coming in power. They're not discussing it. You're just seeing Joseph Braga in the facing.
What is coming in power?
Two government. They got two government coming in power.
Can you help us explain that?
The MDR government and Unity Party government coming in power. Look, I see President-elect Braga in America. He was in America when they said the CPP got confusion between them. When you go back home, when you settle it, he said, yes, I'll do it. And he here right now.
Brokebo, all the things that you talking in the BU, say why you want to bring that kind of conversation? What difference you going to make at this time?
I just no. Let me talk. I'll just try to keep. I'm going to second point. I'm going to look. We are seeing government that coming that got two faces, and even now what we say, just say we'll protest. We'll not protest. The president-elect is in America, try to take people from America to go buy LIBERIA, to go work in the government.
So what wrong with that?
Tell me the truth. Could you imagine those people are on ground that fight for the party, that fight the 6 years to make the party come in power? They take people from America to go work in that government. Do you imagine those people allow you to run that government easily? And I'm talking about seriously, I'm not voting for you. Those people are voting for you.
Hold on right there, Brokebo. Maybe you are unaware of your own party. You know what brought this whole CDC to be derailed, to get it to be where it is? It is because of the life of people like Arthur Zakama, the Alpha Toba, Jerry Bally, the man who delivered that speech at when they went and sent the carrot gears and all of those people. Guess what? The people on the ground there, they say the diaspora, there were no community. Rhode Island here, my own Rhode Island, David Jackley, who left from here, were working with the state and left from here. He hosted your stand-up burial then, President George Weah. It was a strong base. But this is what happens when people who help you along the way. If you think you reach certain places and you reach certain place, certain level, and you decide to go, okay, I'm in the tree. That tree, you're not going to stay in that tree. You're going to come down. Some of those people will be patient. They will wait patiently to receive you on that tree. You say, what's all this article meeting to be successful? No, just hold on a minute. I'm just telling you. Because you were telling this guy, they didn't know how the creation to get him to be where he was, to get to where he got today, it came from somewhere. But other people down there, what they did was they created a corridor and said, oh, you know what, let's cut those people off. Let's cut those people off. The people he brought in, this is what they did to her and that they did to him. That's why Amos Georgia, what kind of party with good value, you will have a stand-up barrier, not stand-up, a party chairman who helps to drive the agenda of the president of the party, not to mention the stand-up barrier. Moluba Molu to upset all those kind of crazy and stupid thing about the sitting president of the republic, and he still remains chairman of the party. Do you think he's going to be persuasive to people? Please.
Look, I know, Mr. So you will say other things, but look, let me tell you the truth. You saying that the president did this, the president did that. Let me tell you the truth. If you not believe what I'm saying to you, just give me as the man just said, 4 months from now, you see the difference. If you allow those people in our country that are working in our government, and you take men like the old man like Spazawe to go work in our government.
Where's our Beneka from?
But he's the man on the program. The man was the man that the man talking on the program.
So where it means? He going to be who?
Wait, Mr. So, wait.
Mr. So, Mr. Amos, if you talk, I want to end my point.
No,
let me end.
No, hold on. Let me tell you, Pastor Away is an experienced immigration officer.
I'm not denying it. I said, I just call you the David job. I ain't saying you're not qualified. You qualify. They'll give me job.
You're making after 10. Me, I want.
Mr. Josh, let bring up finish.
It's not trouble. It's good to get opposite view. But look, the team I was saying will not have problem with the government. The politics already went through the politics. The reality is President-elect Baga is already almost about to be president 3 months and a few days from now. The reality is we will not protest. The protest will come from the two governments that are coming in power.
Okay.
Because
thank you.
Because they have a government that are separate in a sense that with the action of the black president having their own government and the president Joseph Baga government taking people from America here and having people in our country leading Emotoe on a bench and taking somebody from like Azawe to be in government. These are players who come for protest. We will not protest. The United Party will protest. The UNSA will start protest. They will join them. Thank you so much for the show.
Thank you. Go ahead. Mr. Soul, you're going to wrap it for us. Go ahead.
You know, when you get involved in a car wreck, you get a whiplash. Right? You know what whiplash is? You get all these chiropractors that kind of help your neck.
Don't call my name. Don't call my name.
I'm having an intellectual.
Don't call my name.
Because of why? All around the world.
No, you might call my name.
I sing this song here for Koto. Sit on me all around, not do me nothing, right? All around, he done nothing. You're more open, but he done nothing.
Yeah. Because they want to talk to you 1 year.
Bau.
No, but bro, now you turn now. Now you finish.
Okay.
Bau. Going forward, when you go in your living room and you're discussing, let the message go forward. And when you're looking for, come on now, you come on now. Don't put my knee there and say you're talking in general. Because I brought you, I can't agree to this show. I disgrace you. He said, when I go to blood with him, my competition, I got it, he ran away from me. I brought you, Kerr Hassan here. You asked me to him, I said, man, right here, they all know about me. Don't play with my knee like that. Don't play with my knee like that. You'll find somebody else to do your thing too. The second piece here I want to talk about. The president that was the best president of all time is now finding out that people at the United Nations were voting against his interest. After Samuel Tuakin and Toye Tabata, the president is now investigating mining contract before any of power over. And you still say the man in his team. Look, let's be fair with each other here. You cannot come from being a truck driver in America to become a millionaire in 6 years' time when we don't see your investment.
I think you're having the president having eligible government. If you don't know,
break it up, please.
You have enough time, get enough time. You talk so about time. Just leave it alone. Right now, my ear hurting. Look, yeah. You're talking about two government coming to power like you forgot that you had a coalition arrangement with the NPP. And nobody argued that you have two different government coming in power. But you want to control conspiracy theory all around here on mobile. The last thing I get to say is I want to apologize to all our viewers that have been commenting. We know that we have your data. We apologize. We pay back for your data. We try to pay back for your data. But you added nothing here today to support your point. If you're a cool keyboard warrior, but when we bring you on the show, you can't articulate it. Our keyboard in the comment section today, you can be commenting the whole time. I want to bring here for you to stutter on the tabata. Good night.
Okay. Mr. So, please, go ahead.
Oh, boy. Look, I think all of these conversations, they are meant to help our country, but I want to see a strong opposition in the sense that they will hold government accountable. It doesn't mean when you are opposition, everything you just jump into a fight when it is not necessary. I want to see an opposition presence that will be felt, not just only during the election period time. I wish there was a sedition. And I wish I was someone who loved the party of a CDC. No, I'm saying this to say they should be reflecting of what happens, what went wrong, so as to rebrand the party to have it survive. Because the reason is we kept having these political parties. Once the standard bearer, I can tell you for sure right now, if President George Weah decides not to recontest, that's the end of CDC. Samuel Doda, NDP went to hell. Taylor the parking to the hay, MPP becomes almost like a wartime factions and end up forming alliances and all of that. It's because these parties, they surround the party itself, members, they are surrounded only by the individual. They do not intend to make it more or less an institution. They do not help to grow other people in the party so that in the event Mr. A is not there, it will survive as a party. So if the diaspora community here who are sedition, it's time to start going back to the drawing board. If they want their presence and their political aspirations to be filled for 2029, it is the time to have the conversation. And don't worry too much about what Joseph Boyka going to be doing, what he's not going to be doing. They're going to speak for them. They're going to speak for itself. I can tell you the Liberia of today is not a Liberian of yesterday. You go there today, you not do what is right. If Joseph Boyka, and he came as a what? Rescue? If he failed to rescue people within the first 100 days, he promised, we're going to see the kind of people he want to appoint. They need to do better with their communication team as well. If they will start being selective, oh, this person is not part of all the same thing CDC did when president came, instead of embracing Liberians, you want to talk to certain segments of the Liberian people, even when you try to reach out to them, because somebody have maybe made some sort of judgment against you, this guy is not one of us and blah, blah, then they're going to have a tough time. But I think you guys need to go back into your shell and see what went wrong within the party. There were some of you that were left behind. There were some of you people who worked hard for the success of this party, not necessarily to be a rewarder with job, but your voices wasn't heard. You talking about people, how many of the people, the number of people that came from America that they were incorporated, what are you talking about Joseph Boyka when you take people from America, what wrong with that? You don't know before the party to be where it means. Without finances, you think the party can survive? You know how many people were... Hold on 1 second. They were paying almost 200 every other pay period in this place. We know then. It's the same thing. You think the Johnny the Joe Norris, you think that just not Joseph Boyka people? They're not just not business now when he became president. And that's why people don't know. So people who help you along the way, when you become ungrateful, not because they help you that you get, but when they are competent and they are qualified, they can give back to the country, you bring them in. And that's why as a leader, you must be able to take some strong and decisive decisions. Do not allow people to eat over your head because somebody there dancing or what. People that dancing, if they not get money, they able to dance for a whole 1 week. They will not dance. So right now, CDC is supposed to go in the upper room where they will begin to strategize and see what went wrong and see how they can rebrand. You're not there. You're not there. You here. We're there already.
Breakable, please. Go ahead,
Mr. They need that you break the CDC downstairs because they break that you broke everything down with. You broke everything down with CDC. Where you take that knee from? Who gave you that knee?
Look, during the election, I was in Unified chat room. Or in ANC chat room.
And what did it? What good did it?
Which one of them? The public one? Or the private chat room, which one? Because there are plenty of public chat room open. Which one you're in?
So even when you're being somebody chat room, you know how many chat room? You know how many chat room are in?
That is not true. There were chat room are in.
Okay. But anyways, Mr. Toll, I think what we need to be doing right now.
And let me. And 1 second, Mr. Toll. You're not discussing about Prince Johnson in the session they want to put on the media. The session they want to put on the media. You're not discussing. The session they want to put on the media.
Come back tomorrow.
Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see when it happens. No sanction.
No, but we have to discuss it because it happened.
Yeah, what I'm telling you. Prince Johnson, just how you talking your tabata here, Prince Johnson, you know the mental when you go to a church, anything come from a script where you learn the song.
They refuse to carry media to the prophet.
Breakable. Where were you?
Come back tomorrow.
Where were you when the chief of staff went and grabbed Sanction and came to the justice ministry and locked him up there?
Do you have proof for that? You have proof for that?
Asking him for a
video. That discussion when it happened. We're not talking about science. We discuss the whole media. We discuss the whole media.
Let's go.
Yeah, to be honest, one of the person that I really missed and was a very smart young lady who really made a difference. I'm not sure whether they're going to give him the chance to get within the close proximity of the president was Mona Youngblood panel. She was the one when she said we need to go back on the psychometry. She was taking that overview of what was happening, to the discontent, the disenchantment, people's feelings. People were hurt around her. People felt they were left out of the room. And she was telling the president or telling seditions we need to go back on the psychometry. Has somebody listened to her and called that meeting and not to go there and just go shout, yeah, no, that was not it. But to listen to ordinary people and hear what people were saying. Probably
but she said that.
Have this
she
sort
said
of
we need to go back under the tree and find out why sedition has descended.
Nobody follow through. Nobody follow through. And this is
in the psychometry now. We're discussing. We're not putting on public. We're discussing now. We're not putting on public. We have our meeting. We have our discussion. We're not putting on public.
They call the whole tree down, they burn it with wood, they turn it into coal.
That's what he said.
Thank you.
But we're coming back with quotes.
Wow.
We're coming back with quotes.
Good night. Good night to all.
But I mean, the invitation, I think Professor Zablo, before we go, he was a contributor. Even when I went to Liberia, I met Chairman Molu. Can you send someone to be a contributor? It's still not too late. They can still send somebody if they want to be viable and remain in the spotlight with the political process, or any volunteer who thinks that believes in the ideology of CDC, like other guys here, they can come as well. So the door is not closed, but it's up to them.
Okay. Thank you.
So please, your Tabata you started way here tonight. The people not know you. They not know you. So that why you say you are getting vessel for? They not know you.
Tomorrow that more than tonight. The only thing I think
you're trying to go out of breath. I said, well, Papa, he said that Papa talk about Papa.
But tomorrow I'll be vest more.
You a boss. Bye-bye.
Okay, watch and see. I will bring these people that are trying to block the way of these young people and the old people they themselves all over the place.
They're not your business. They're not your business.
Why is not
nothing to do with it? They not know you.
I'm a Liberian.
Okay, find your own party for 2029. Let's see who will ever be your chairman.
Liberty Party.
Liberty what?
Liberty Party. The best party.
Let your boy Musa Ability win his deputy speakership first.
Good night, Mr. Folks, Samson told Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again for tuning in this evening. Thank all of the people who've been writing. Look, we can't say we are a group and we try to silence other people. This is a platform. I'm glad Sissy did what he did to bring this young man in so that you will hear him. Sometimes he comes up on the phone and only have 1 or 2 minutes. But tonight he had over an hour where he will be able to express himself. And you heard him clearly. So, and he's not alone. He's not alone. These people, when they believe in something, they believe, just like they would do with the CDC when they say we want t-shirt, they go and buy their own t-shirt and print stuff on it without asking. So they will die for CDC. And they will make statements, some ridiculous statements that you would think that were not necessary for anybody to say, but they will say it for CDC. So we need to hear from them because we want to know what is happening in the village as well. I want to thank all of you. But let me play this because I was going to play this. So let me play it before I leave. Let me play this.
Corruption is a cancer. Is disease that deprive countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Okay. I want to thank all of you for tuning in, Liberia. Tuning in tonight. That's what I meant to say. But thank you, guys. Thank you. We'll be here again tomorrow, but we'll try to do things differently tomorrow. That's for sure. But I still appreciate the show tonight. It was a little bit hard, but that's okay. That's a thing we discuss about us, about our country. I want to thank you very much, and I'll say good night to you. I will leave you with this music, beautiful, beautiful music by Pro Romy, of course. Thank you, and good.
Le père, votre vignon. Cadeau! Baïmanoa! Ablenyoa! En soit tout le peu Ablenyoa. Moi, na kai kai. Fond de siate de Sébi. Zouzou! I know what's here, so I think I oh, shut up, where I take you. I think you're better, where I take you. I think you're where I take you. I am about to come here, where I take you. Where I take you. You got no idea where I take you. Oh, Danny. Yes, I see the wild. And the wild, where are the wild? I mean, I'm not here where are the wild. But I know Brian says it to away out. Away out. Yes, I see the wild. I play with them at the end where I in the wild. I play someone seven where I tell you. For us, I tell where I tell you.
Samson to Liberia Public Radio. This program was aired live on Liberia Public Radio, liberiapublicradio.com, on the radio premiere. We were on the radio show, Internet Radio, were being aired live as we speak. And I can go on the platform and see people that are listening through that program. So I'm looking at it right now. I can tell you the number. We have 15 listening from Canada. And I can tell you the particular area, but I got to go over there. And we got over 22 listening from Europe. Over here in the US, we have 85 numbers. The number is there. So we have that that are listening here on the platform now, on the platform. So many of you that are listening will say thank you for listening on Liberia Public Radio. So whenever we come on, we're on live on www.liberiapublicradio.com. And once you get in there, just click on the play button of the radio symbol, and you will hear us live as well. And after this program is done, it's 24 hours music, auto DJ, we call it. And it's music that we'll put together for your enjoyment and entertainment as well. So please tune into that and listen to it. When you're at work, you can listen to it. If you don't want to listen to YouTube and what have you, you can go there and listen to some beautiful, beautiful music as well. I just thought that I put that out there. I want to thank you very much, and we'll say good night to all of you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Good night, folks. Samson to Liberia Public Radio.